Something about a bad circle. They say that if you can draw a perfect circle, that you're crazy or something.
I think he was trying to do a shift rally click with his worker, and he came off not the best thing. Well, here we are on Cloud Kingdom. It looks like we were talking about this map earlier, being in 2010. Yeah. And speaking of Cloud Kingdom and players and spawning and maps and colors and stuff like that, in the bottom left corner, in my NPR voice, representing Triple T Gaming, coming off a pretty good victory against an earlier Zerg opponent. He is your red Zerg player, the Big Robo.
Yay.
Very nice. And we're going to pair that with a really nice helping of...
let's go with pilot voice.
Oh!
We've got cruising up here at around 3,500 feet. Our green Zerg player, he's on the right side of the map at the moment. Neuralisk, the local time is 11:55.
If you look out your window,
yeah,
you'll notice the spine crawler.
Yeah, that.
And if you look to the right, you'll notice 2 queens and metabolic boost.
Indeed, we do notice these things, and that spine crawler may end up coming in handy here as it pokes at things. And that Ling is not going anywhere. Good blocking with the queen, and he knows it. He knows he did a good job.
Yeah.
He's proud of it.
While
it can be important.
Neuralisk is going to go ahead and make 12 lings here, and a baneling's nest. 1 warning point for talking. So his response to this is to say, well, if I didn't get the scout, chances are he might be doing something fishy, so I need defense. That's what I think his mindset is.
I agree. Yeah, it's he's almost trying to present this in a way that he's got the lings available, but hiding their numbers.
Ooh.
The way that he's doing this, he needs them if he needs them, but he doesn't want him to see them all if he doesn't need them. Yeah.
Well, Triple T's going to go ahead and take 2 gases in his main, and he's already got the 2 saturated as natural. His 2 Evo chambers go down, and this is looking really similar to the build he used in the first match of the day on Daybreak against Subrap. That's the exact same build, it seems.
Yeah, let's see if he actually starts. Well, this may disrupt him.
Whoa,
wow. Link's coming in here now, trying to go after the queens and that spine crawler at the same time. Not getting the exact surface area he wants on everything.
There's too much stuff here.
It will go down, yeah.
Oh, wow, he's finally able to clean up these queens, and then he gets into the drone line. He's having to pull drones, and suddenly the Big Robo is looking in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he is kind of getting overwhelmed here. Things are just starting to come out in a second for the Big Robo, but his lings are still slow, and he's got Banelings morphing in right in the middle of the drones.
Oh, God. Okay.
They're all
okay. Everyone breathe. Everyone breathe the collective sigh of relief.
But he's got no queens left. That was 4 queens that died. So there's not going to be any injects. He doesn't even have the money to remake them right now.
He's not making anything right now.
He doesn't have speed. Yeah, he's very, very unfortunately behind. And we're going to have 5 Banelings morphing in at the bottom of the ramp here. And without speed, without queens, without a spine crawler, can he stop the Banelings from just overrunning him?
He's got to make more Evo chambers behind this to do like a little Evo chamber Sim City. But he's going to go ahead and make spore crawlers instead. The Roach Warren is not only... Yeah, see, there he is going, making his next Evo chamber wall. Yep. Oh, more Evo chambers. The Roach Warren's going to go down pretty soon. But Neuralisk can just do this forever until the spine crawler's up because the queens are gone.
Yeah. Oh, he actually chooses to break it with the Banelings there.
Although
then there was no follow-up.
Yeah. Then
he couldn't go in with that many lings. There weren't enough. But yeah, he will establish himself out 1 Baneling suiciding, as they are known to do.
They are the Allahu Akbar of the StarCraft 2 world.
It's very true. Very true. They care nothing. for their own lives.
Only for the cause.
Exactly. And yeah, it's kind of odd how it will develop from here. The queens are going to come back to life. The speed is still not there or even started for TheBigRobo. So it's going to be quite a while for that. He's gone for a third Evo chamber for that wall off, so he's not... Okay, there's the roach warren behind the mineral line. So he wants that in the back, so it's not just picked off again.
But here come the banelings and roaches, and I don't know if he's going to be able to hold this. He's got 2 queens and a lot of lings, but of course they're not speedlings. But there aren't any lings in Neuralisk's army. They're all banelings, and here they come trying to break down that wall. They got some decent hits, but the roaches are able to clean it up now.
Yeah. Using the birdlings here to help push him back. This actually does do a fair bit of damage. He's actually going to surround
a couple of them, yeah.
Yeah. That's actually pretty good. He's going to push this whole thing back.
That worked
They're
out
in a
much better than I thought.
position now. Yeah. But he still will chew through this.
Some good ling micro to keep those low health lings alive to finally clean up these roaches. One thing I do want to talk about is Neuralisk only started remaking drones, or not remaking drones, rather producing drones again, before that attack. So if you look, he's taken a 3rd hatchery, but he should have a lot more drones at this point had he been making drones the entire time and hitting his injects, doing all that good Zerg macro stuff.
For sure. Yeah, granted he's still like double, but yeah, we're going to have the TheBigRobo. Basically, I think he's kind of committing here to, I'm going to make 10 roaches and push, and if I don't do a ton of damage here, then, oops.
Yeah, not much else he can do.
Yeah, he can't really just get his economy back up or anything. He's so far behind on it. So lings are going to come into the 3rd base here. There's spores up.
Yeah, I was wondering about the spore choice.
It's like tons of them, but no spines.
Yeah, he was expecting, of course, mutas.
No.
But, I mean, if you're keeping track at home, if you're ever in this position, your opponent is going for roaches, which I think he kind of knew because he saw the roach warren go up twice, and then he saw the, if your opponent's going for roaches, and then maybe you think he's switching into mutas, he's not going to have enough money to make mutas. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So stick around and see if there are roaches popping out. Like, leave a ling or an overlord in the right spot. And if you like get that scout off and you see the ling, you don't need to overmake spores like that. Of course, he's doing it for safety, and he can afford to do that for the most part. But you give an opponent any little thing to get back in the game, and they will. So you want to limit that.
Yeah, exactly. And particularly if you want to make 1 for safety, fine. You don't need 3.
Yeah, 3.
Unless you're
anyway.
really sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, unless you're certain, then that's not what you want to be doing.
Was he expecting an overlord drop?
Yeah.
Or like I don't know. It's a funny choice. We have a lot of roaches
here again, yeah. He's actually going to have a really good concave on him here, and with the lings up front to buffer a bit, he'll just force that cancel immediately.
I actually kind of like TheBigRobo's position now, if he manages to do something economically back home. So he's made the ability, he's made the play in stopping the 3rd. He needs to take advantage of this and either drone up or get a 3rd or something. Like, he's, of course, still trying to get his economy going, but, tunneling claws from Neuralisk, we see upgrades coming from the TheBigRobo. He needs to focus on his economy, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree here. He's missed the window to just end the game.
Yeah.
He's not going to power through this. He's canceled the 3rd, that's great, but he's not going to, this roach army is not going to win the game, so he has to convert to a longer term. He's behind on the upgrades. His opponent's 1-1, he's 0-0. He's not going, they're both on the same tech. You're not going to win with the same tech with less.
Yeah.
So, there's got to be a way to move away from it.
The thing is on Cloud Kingdom, the only way to... now he takes a 3rd. Really good decision from TheBigRobo. A little late, but I still like where his head's at. You've got those 2 ramps and the back entry, like the back alleyway. So it's really caters towards defender's advantage, right? That you're either going to have to attack up a ramp or take a really long time to get around there. And of course, he's got overlords in decent positions. All being said and done, the Neuralisk's play here that he's going with is tunneling claws and burrow. So he's going to try and do some burrow roach play. And I don't think we have much for detection on the way for the TheBigRobo. We don't have any overseers or even spores for him to speak of. So the play is, of course, going to be, he's just going to tunnel up and see if he can get across, behind everything and then just release roaches. But the big Robo is like, he's doing his thing. He's he's got his third, so we'll see if he can, at least smell it. I don't know how you would be able to see this coming, though. It's kind of difficult.
It is pretty hard to predict from now. He almost has to just rely on past experience with him because this is kind of similar to what we have seen Neuralisk do with him before. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he may just remember from those because they have had like 5 or 6 games together, and they're not dissimilar from this at least. So he might be able to pick that up, but don't know. They got this one overseer, 13 health left that can't die. But you're right about it. Yeah. You're right about the overseer. Yeah, go ahead.
What I really like to see is Big Robo is going for tunneling claws and burrow as well.
Yeah.
But of course, at this point, when you do have lair, like look at them, they're just making their way over. Like you need to have your own overseers no matter what. Like it's just a safe bet. Just make overseers, and he doesn't have them.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I was going. That when you're behind like that, one of the first things that people tend to cut is things like that, because you're just like, I need to catch up. They view overseers as like, well, this is optional until I need it.
Oh, he's got one, though.
Yeah, he's got one now. He does know of it now. But yeah, usually there'd be one out scouting, dropping a change thing, doing this.
Right.
And that's one of the things you cut because you view that as a luxury when you only have 20 drones.
Yeah, it is. But to be fair, that is one of the things that, you're looking to way back in the game, as opposed to cutting corners, like make a play,
Exactly, yeah.
The supply has relatively evened up, though. And Neuralisk is banking a little bit, and of course the big Robo, in order to come back, is having to spin those minerals in that larva. But as of right now, in my opinion, it's going to come down to the engagement. At this point in time, I think the upgrades are 2-2 for both players, and the roach numbers are fairly similar. If we go ahead and check the unit count tab, we got 56 to 51. By now, a bunch more just popped out, 65 to 51 in favor of Neuralisk. But still, I can imagine a situation where 10 roaches get behind an army and aren't really shooting, and a concave wins. And of course, roaches with tunneling claws, any sort of regen plays that you have going on, crazier stuff can happen than Big Robo coming back in this game.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, especially now that we've literally gotten to a point where the Big Robo, who is down by 26 workers at one point,
200.
Is up by 5.
Yeah.
First of all, both of them have very few workers for this late in the game. Both of them have just decided not to fully drone.
You mean I have
thirds.
to make something besides roaches?
Yeah. Neuralisk has basically decided he's not mining any minerals at the third, and Big Robo is doing the exact opposite. He's not mining any gas at the third. So they both kind of made a conscious decision to do that. Here comes the engagement. And yeah, there's the first shots going off from Neuralisk. Big Robo may be in the bad position here.
Yeah. I think Neuralisk has got the better concave, and he had a little bit of army on the opposite side of that flank. And as we see, Neuralisk's muskets are just firing.
Yeah. It's still 23 to 20 roaches, 19, 21. They're within 3 of each other here.
The queen.
Yeah, Neuralisk was winning the right side of that fight, and Robo is winning the left side of that fight.
That's about all you can say about Roach vs. Roach.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah. And they're both, they're already back, they've remade their set again. It's 28 roaches against 29.
I'm telling you, man, it's the Civil War. Just charge.
Yeah.
Send them in again. Reload the cannons. Here they come.
Now, where there's
make a line and just shoot.
Where there's eventually going to be a difference, if it lasts that long, although we get another engagement here. Once again, it's hard to tell how this is going. I think this one's going in Big Robo's favor.
Yeah, Big Robo.
He's getting the reinforcements.
Yeah, they're fighting on his side of the map, so of course they're going to show up earlier. Neuralisk took a really bad engagement there. Now the supply is steadily in favor of the Big Robo, and I think he's going to be able to push this advantage.
Yeah, I agree there. I think Neuralisk shouldn't have pushed the issue there and attacked again. He's trying to get another 4th base up. He gets that one, which I guess was the 5th killed, but there is a 4th down at the bottom, but there's not even enough workers for the 3rd, so I wouldn't worry about the 4th. But it will kill that off. But this may buy him time. I was going to say one of the things, instead of pushing the issue and attacking there, where he does have the advantage is that he's got the hive out. He's got +3 on the way. His opponent doesn't.
Ooh.
But
Yeah,
I don't know
really
that he's
big.
going to live long enough for
Yeah,
that to
he's
matter.
got to be able to. He's got to be able to do something, you know, to be able to catch his attention left, right. And that something might just be the Big Robo just seeing if he can consolidate a little bit more.
Yeah.
But Neuralisk has got to take a good engagement. I don't know if he's. Yeah, he's in some hot water, but 3-3. It's got to, it's got to finish a little quicker than this.
Yeah, this just isn't. He's not going to be able to live long enough. I don't think here.
It's a lot of roaches.
He's even pulling the drones now. They're not great against roaches.
Not upgraded roaches, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Not that
And-
number of them.
Yeah, the number is just overwhelming there. So Big Robo coming back from a huge deficit.
On Ohana, it is, of course, a ZVZ, the second game of your winners match between these two great players, and we are in the round of 32 Defender League Group B action. On the way is really quick, so we're going to start in these player introductions. Spotting in the top left-hand corner, he is currently one game down to his opponent. It is the Green Zerg, Neuralisk.
And the other guy is the Big Robo. Do you ever have one of those things where your spawning pool is made at the same time as your opponent's baneling nest?
Oof. Is that what we're talking about here?
That is exactly what we're talking about here. Neuralisk baneling nest is about halfway done, and Big Robo's spawning pool is about halfway done. He has gone for the expansion. 6-lings are coming into the natural. They will bypass it. And he's actually just going to completely bypass it and try and turn into banelings.
You know what? Something tells me the Big Robo doesn't see that's coming.
No, it doesn't look like it. It certainly doesn't look like it. He's got the spawning pool just finished. Okay, he put down a spine crawler, so I mean he knew that there was an early pool.
Shenanigans are afoot.
Yeah, but these banelings are going to come obviously before these are done. So he's going to have to run away.
Ohana means family in Japanese, but
Oh,
how do you
look
say
out.
GG in Japanese?
Like that. I think it's just boosh.
It's just the sound of a baneling
Yeah.
exploding.
Yeah.
It's a
That's it. You should see the Japanese character for it. It's like calligraphy, but they just spill the ink.
It looks like they gave a pen to a retarded monkey and just let him go to bat on a paper with it.
Now we've
Oh,
seen.
God.
Now here's the thing. So the banelings are going to try and morph in again. We've got Big Robo down to 5 workers and this queen and the spine crawler.
Right.
That doesn't look good, but there's only 9 drones on the other side, and there's an expo for the Big Robo. If he can survive the next 5-6 seconds, then he might be okay.
Oh, wow. The banelings are not getting the best detonations, but
He's
there are only
got
3
to
workers now.
target this baneling. Okay, he just did, but now
Oh,
we're
wow.
out of range.
Oh, wow.
Check that out, man.
Well-
These 2 drones, are gonna be super.
Okay, you know what? Hold on
Yeah.
here. Let's do some extrapolation because more lings are coming in. But what else are we going to talk about? Last game, the Big Robo is down by half workers.
Exactly.
This game, it's a third. He's got a third of the total workers that Neuralisk has got.
It's now. It went to 1/6 briefly, but now it's a third again.
But Neuralisk is all in on this.
This is really brave. He's. Oh,
What?
such good drone micro. Such
What?
good drone micro. That spine crawler has 9 kills. It also has like 28 hit points. But there are no more lings coming.
Yo, he's going to win
He
this
has
game.
survived.
Are you kidding me?
He has survived. He's back up to 6 drones. He's got the 2 bases. He does the 8. Yeah. Oh, sorry. 4 drones, 8 supply.
Oh
Yeah,
my
this
god,
is
if he
crazy.
wins this game, I'm going to absolutely love it. The
This
Big
is
Robo coming, holding his last finger. He's on the cliff face right now. He's trying to free climb it without any ropes. And it's just his pinkies holding him. And it's a gust of wind that could blow him off of it. But so far, wind is pretty calm.
This is definitely sheer craziness that is going on so far. I can tell that he really wants to transfuse the spine crawler, but he can't give up the injection either.
Oh, caught between 2 worlds. But
Yeah.
luckily, nothing else coming from Neuralisk. And
Yeah.
Neuralisk has got a slight supply block here.
Yeah, he wasn't
Yo.
planning on going over 18 supply this game.
He
So
can come. He can come back. He's
this
in a
could be
fine
this
position.
could be really big.
What the
But
fuck
it's there.
just happened?
Yeah, the hatchery not done yet. If this queen kills this,
Oh my god, it's not gonna happen. Hey, Neuralisk, take your overlord back. Neuralisk,
Oh, it's gonna die.
Neuralisk.
Now's
Neuralisk,
the time for that spore
Neuralisk,
crawler on the
take
queen.
your overlord back.
No.
Don't do that. What are you doing?
He's gonna supply block himself again. So okay, now lings are there. They have speed. The spine crawler still exists, but it cannot be transfused or anything. Ling's coming in. Oh, you got to move away from there. Oh, he's going to go after drones. Oh, the sick drone pull.
I don't. Okay, so he's gonna
three
go for the hat.
hit points on that drone.
gonna go for
Okay,
the hat.
this is a better idea.
And
But
there's,
he's-
to be fair, there's nothing to defend this from the big robo.
No, yeah, absolutely not. Particularly since there's Banelinks to support this.
He's got to defend this though. If he loses this, surely.
Yeah,
he's
if he loses it, then that was
Oh!
misstep. minor misstep.
Oh, so close.
Yeah. Well, it looks so good. Oh, that was cool.
God.
Did Banelinks just explode on Broodlings?
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
I think so. Alright. Queen is dead. Spinecrawler, only thing left, but then they evacuate it.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is the big robo's Alamo.
Yeah.
There's 300 Mexicans outside your walls right now, and it's just you and a Bowie knife. What are you gonna do, big robo?
He's gonna get a queen out. He's gonna get this Spinecrawler, which despite being constantly attacked is gaining health and has 17 kills.
Jesus, yeah, that's
He's
a hero
now-
spinecrawler right there.
He's now attacking that larva. It is. The queen will come back out before these come in. But
I mean, the big robo believes
Neuralisk
in
is getting a
himself, that's for
third.
sure.
Yeah, Neuralisk is getting a third, mostly I think just for the larva.
Right. Oh wow, he has enough. Oh god, don't do that.
Well, I thought he was going to pull one off and go for them, but no.
That would have been neat. I mean, okay, so let's talk StarCraft. Let's talk. Where do you go from here for the big robo? And to be perfectly honest, the answer is kind of nowhere.
Yeah, no. I mean, I can't see what it would. I think you just go to map 3, but it's stunning that he is still alive now,
Yeah.
but there's limits.
Oh wow, he almost sniped the banelings.
Yeah. Oh, he took a lot of damage there, but he did not actually lose drones for that. Now he will. Oh, no,
That's
he won't.
Spinecrawler, 22 kills.
So good. Best Spinecrawler NA. He keeps losing the queen, but that's kind of alright. The spine does stand. The spine holds. He's going to make 2 more. That one works so well. If he gets 23 kills for each of the additional spine
He
colors,
might hold.
I can't see. This is the hot gates.
This is where we make our stand. Brothers, spine crawlers, join arms with me against the oppressive English.
I think this is it.
Yeah. Oh,
This will be it.
so sad.
Yeah.
So sad.
It is quite sad. But alright. So here we are on daybreak for the ace match between the Big Robo and Neuralisk for who is the first to make it out of Group B. The loser will have a second shot in the consolation match for losery losers. But the winner will just go right on ahead. So down here in the bottom left-hand side of the map, we have from Team Triple T, and he has been terrifying us through his teamwork. It is the Big Robo.
Yeah, 1 game 1,
Yeah.
and a really good back and forth roach to roach brawl fest. But his opponent, who actually was able to tie things up last game on Ohana with some Baneling bustage, representing nobody but his fine self, he is the Green Zerg Season 2 champion, Neuralisk.
Whoa!
And pretty much picture-perfect builds coming from each other. About as mirror matchup as you can get, except for it's a gasless from the TheBigRobo, and of course we've got the gas taken for Neuralisk.
And here's, I was kind of waiting for this, but he saw it immediately. He had the drone hiding off to the side. But
oh, did he have a spine crawler made?
He tried to do the spine, but literally the second he put it down, a Ling ran right to it.
That's hilarious. I'm loving the fact that the TheBigRobo talks a lot in his game. Like there's not a lot of players who do that, and for some reason I'm always like put off by players who do that. So it's really funny just to see that.
It can throw, it can throw people or make them feel that they need to answer back when it throws their game up.
The salt is real.
Yeah, it's a thing, or it could just make you think too deep. Like, I always, for the longest time, I tend to think like if somebody starts asking me like where I'm from or
they're
something,
cheesing.
like
Yeah,
they're cheesing the shit out of you.
Yeah,
and you start checking everywhere, and then if they're just friendly, you're behind.
Yeah. Oh, he's actually just a good guy. But 1 out of every 5 people who ask you where they're from are not good people. They're mean, heinous people, and they will cheese the living hell out of you.
Who was it that I want to say in one of our ASL seasons, somebody asked, it was Ghost of Pizza, he asked, where are you from? Just as he was running up the ramp.
Oh, God.
I've seen
a screen cap on Reddit StarCraft of a guy who had oracles outside of a Terran's mineral line and had texted him, hey, are you in a clan? Because we're looking for clan members.
Yeah.
And as soon as the guy started talking, he ran the oracles in there.
It's so good. It's so good. Just a split second. Yeah, I think in his case, it was like he needed him to miss a force field, and it worked.
Neuralisk has made a bunch of lings here.
Yes, he did. And they are chasing down the TheBigRobo, who doesn't seem to like speed.
Yeah, he sees them coming, though, and he's got a Roach Warren, and let's see what type of defenses he's got at the front. Ooh. I mean, he does wall it off with some queens. He's going to be able to hold this, right?
Yeah, the triple queen with the... Yeah, does he have transfuse? He does have 2 transfuses available as well for the front one, so...
Uh-oh.
It's fine.
Here's some banelings more.
So, 9 of them.
9.
But we've seen this kind of misfire for him before. And he's targeting down the Evo chamber, which is fine. But I don't even know that even kills the wall.
Yo, and TheBigRobo knows. He's made 2 Evo chambers already. Oh, it does get through, though.
Yeah, so there is a way in, but this still isn't really... Like, he'll have to evacuate this area and whatever, but I don't think this is as devastating as 9 banelings is worth. But we'll see. He's not bringing his queens up, though, yet. Because he can't let this die. If he lets this die, then I'm wrong.
Yeah, TheBigRobo needs to respond to this. He does have his roaches out now, and now he's able to hold it.
Yeah.
But that was close. That was really close.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
But now the TheBigRobo's got a huge advantage because roaches love lings, especially in small numbers. So we'll see if he's going to be able to smell this and push across and get some damage of his own done, because that's what he needs to do.
Yeah, there's very little defense back on the other side. It is just lings. Banelings aren't really going to help you, obviously, against masked roaches. Or at least not with something else. But is he going to, make a push or anything? Not sure. He's at least going to send these, after the Overlord.
Yeah, I see Inked Warriors talking in the chat. He says, one way or another, I think both these other guys are going to make it through to the next round, and I actually tend to...
I agree, yeah.
We've got a drone pool coming from Neuralisk. He knows he's not... Dude, I like this, because he knows he's behind, but he's not willing to cut. Like, he's just like, I'm fucking going for it. Like, I can't do anything else. Like, I'm just pulling as many drones as I can, and you're going to see if we can hold you. Oh, this is fantastic. But he's not going to make it work. It's going to fail miserably, but I love it.
Oh, yeah, totally. I also like that they all have minerals and gas.
Yeah.
like to a man.
Minerals and gas? You won't need minerals and gas where we're going.
All right. Give her. Maybe he's under the impression that the gas would explode.
Yeah.
Oh!
Banelings.
The mineral walk.
It's drone on drone, the most exciting matchup in StarCraft 2. You've got drones fighting drones, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, the TheBigRobo.